When you see the Twitch logo, just see a Amazon logo there and just Bezo's dick instead. The shit that I used to say in Xbox lobbies when I was like a teenager,
100%.
Canceled. Hey, F's in chat for Aunt Betty, because like that's our main demographic, and like shout out to the old ladies for job security, keeping me employed. Coins don't mean to me, Aunt Betty. Californians are crazy. Anyways, I don't give a shit what your political standings are or social standings are or what. People from California are crazy.
What a pig Norm Summerton is. I am a pig.
What a pig. So that's Norm, his big old fat pig tits. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and point out something. I don't know why, but my right eye did not come to play today, so it looks a little crazy.
My boy left half his right eye at home, chat. What the heck, dude?
I got a little Forrest Whitaker going on. I don't know if I've been sipping on the whiskey or what.
My boy took one sip of bourbon. Is it Buffalo Trace, at least?
Yeah, this shit rough, cuz.
Yo, what was that, bro? That's what Ange looks like when she takes sips of bourbon, bro. You gotta get... Okay, hang on. Oh, here we go. That's what it is. Bam! Look at what we... Bro, you see what I'm saying? One button clicked. Clack, clack, cloud, ready to rock. All right, guys. Don't mind Grant's missing eyeball. That's besides the point.
Bro,
don't let that take away from the fire comedic timing content that he's going to make today with us. This is episode X of the Untitled podcast. Okay, and the reason why we are calling it that is because we don't fucking know what to call the podcast, and I don't want to call it "Let's Talk About It" anymore because we've used that.
You threw me a curveball. You were like, "Yo, we'll call it Let's Talk About It." I was like, "All right, easy, let's go." And you're like, "No, that's too much to my brand. Let's change it." I'm like, "All right."
That is not how that went down. First of all, like, can we expand? Messages. Oh yeah, you got receipts, bro. That's not how it went down. Like,
on it?
You're better than that, bro. Like,
that's all right. That was an easy one.
Can you guys hear him, chat? Look at his eye. It's horrific. Holy fuck, bro.
I know, dude, I'm getting fucking roasted.
All right. Anyways, welcome to another. This is basically another pilot of our podcast, and we literally just talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about on a weekly basis. Yeah, we talk about work. Work's going great.
I was asking, but
hang on, dude. See, like, this is why we can't have nice things, because like I'm sitting here trying to have an entertaining podcast with you, right? And guess who the fuck is sending me direct text messages? Like, for Logan, you know who it is, bro. Like, I don't even have to fucking, you know who it is. Like, it's just, I can't. I'm at work right now. Okay,
you read those texts, but last week you missed the beer run that he texted you.
That was your fault.
When I saw the messages, it was your beer. How is it my fault?
Bro, tell me how I still don't have any beer though. Like,
I'm just drinking a Miller.
Yeah, but like I only have one left in the fridge.
Mazel tov.
Yo, I have the same glass, dog. What the fuck? There's no way. How do we have the same? We ordered the same like bourbon set.
I think it was on Amazon.
Yeah, did it come with like the little like decanter thing too?
I got like a globe it sits on.
Oh,
or it's in a globe and it's on like a swivel.
Oh yeah, I don't have that. Like, you went crazy with your.
All right, if shit gets too rough,
dude,
dog,
I swear, listen. There's a small chance that if you pour that in right in front of me on stream, like I'm just gonna shut the stream off.
You'll never see it. Like it's below my camera.
Okay, I'm just saying, bro.
How's work?
It's great. It's going awesome. I feel like I'm getting my sea legs under me now. What's great about that is now that I feel comfortable and like I'm not so like fucking stressed out. My brain's not like on fire when I leave work. Now I have energy for this type of shit. And hopefully the plan is over the next week or two is to get back like on a normal schedule like we were on, because I ain't going live at 7 a.m. anymore. But like on a consistent broadcasting schedule is the plan. So it's been good. I'm enjoying it.
You still doing?
Feels like a startup, man. It's like a little dude. It's like just a bunch of gamer nerds in there. We're all in there just fucking spinning slots, bro. You know what I mean? Gang, slots gang.
Just gambling it up.
Gambling our fucking life away, bro. Yeah. It's good shit. It's really cool, though.
Nothing like just betting the house on a good slot machine, you know?
Dude, nothing like just, I have like, you know, what's cool is like I have like 300 billion coins. And I can spin that on one spin if I want to. You know what I mean? Like, you got like Aunt Betty that has worked probably for like a year trying to get that many coins. And she's so proud of 300 billion coins. You know what I mean? But if I wanted to, I could just rip that on one spin. And if I lose, guess what?
You just re-up your account.
I just give myself more fucking coins.
Honestly, yeah, dude.
So like, hey, F's in chat for Aunt Betty, because like that's our main demographic, and like shout out to the old ladies for job security, keeping me employed. But like, your coins don't mean shit to me, Aunt Betty.
I mean, that's what it's all about. Is just getting them in, getting the money in, and then you just re-up.
Yeah.
Easy wins. Capitalism
at its finest. At its finest, yeah. Derek, I love you so much. Welcome back. 44 months. Thank you for the tier 3 subby, baby.
So some heat's dropped off over the past week or two.
I think you're way too nonchalant about the fact that this last week Twitter was on fucking fire. Can we all agree?
Yeah, I've kind of I've looked at Twitter, but I've kind of also not looked at Twitter.
Oh, so you're not going to know shit about any topics that we
No,
talk
I
about
do.
Today. Okay.
I mean, you have no choice. Like as soon as you log on to Twitter, it's like the first thing I see. Yeah, it's
something
all over
crazy.
The place.
Yeah.
One thing I want to address from last week is we kind of like briefed over the Twitch changes weren't like that big of a deal, which they still kind of aren't, like the changes that happened to Twitch. But one thing I didn't think about at the time was the multi-stream you can't do anymore, even as...
1 second, sorry. I should probably mute all those for this.
Oh, I can't hear.
I don't even know where that went. Go ahead. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
And I didn't even really think about it till Ninja brought it up, but even non-partners can't multi-stream anymore, and that's a big deal.
Right.
If you really think about
even
it.
Yeah, like affiliates can't. Like even if you're not affiliated, like you technically can't. Like, what are they going to take from you at that point? But yeah, I mean, multi-streaming just in general is they nixed it across the board. Yeah.
I kind of brushed over it last week. I think we both kind of brushed over it, so I wanted to address it again because I was at the time in the moment it didn't seem that big of a deal, but I know a lot of people stream on all platforms, which leads to because of that, Ninja goes to Kick.
Yeah. Well, so before we talk about Ninja on Kick, which is fucking never thought I'd see that. Yeah. So what is I think for me the craziest thing about like the Twitch not allowing you to rebroadcast, or one of the craziest things I guess, is like they really only care if you're somebody like Ninja though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, listen, I am not rebroadcasting right now, but like if I was, like, they don't give a fuck about me. They really don't give a shit. I would be hard pressed to find like anyone from Twitch that knows who the fuck I am and that knows that, I'm not rebroadcasting, right? But like, so they only care if you are like a huge personality or somebody like Ninja. So I don't know. It's like that's for I would say for like 99% of creators, it doesn't really matter. Like you're not going to be impacted by that like that rule, right?
I mean it doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't matter till it does. So like you probably won't get caught. But if you're the one that does,
what happens when you do though? What's going to happen?
They probably can ban your whole account.
Yeah, and then guess what? You put that all over every social media that you can find, and you're the first streamer that got banned by these new rules. You're famous instantly, bro. You know how many people are going to come to your support on Kick? Like if you say, hey, Twitch banned me. Fuck Twitch. I'm on Kick today. Boom. You're going to get ridiculous amounts of support, bro. I almost
at least one Dextero.
Because exactly. Like it's one of those things where it's like any publicity is good publicity, bro. There's no downside to multi-streaming. If you're someone who like Twitch literally doesn't give a fuck about, and like 99% of streamers, they don't give a fuck about you.
That's true.
So,
well, I mean, so like, because people talk about like, oh, if Kai Senate or XQC leaves a platform, it's over for Twitch. But in our reality, it really doesn't matter if they leave.
Twitch?
Like,
you think it matters for Twitch? No.
It's just, they're just specking the dust to Twitch. Like, they 100%. Probably matter, but all they care about is the ad dollars. And if you leave Twitch, that most of those people will probably find just someone else at the time to go to.
Yeah. Like, dude, you have to think about, I was with this new job, bro. I have so much, like, not necessarily downtime, but it's like I can, because I think one of the things that I've gotten way better at over time is like multitasking and whatever. Chats can be like, you don't read chat. Fuck you, chat. But like, I can multitask fairly effectively now. So like I can sit and like review code and like do configs and like I can do my job while listening to podcasts or like watching Tim the Tatman stream or watching my friends' streams. And also, you know, I have way more time to like ingest to consume content now, way more time. Yeah. So like I was watching Tim the Tatman the other day and he was talking about I literally lost my whole fucking train of thought. What the fuck was I talking about?
Tim the Tatman.
What were we talking about before that?
You went on this whole tangent on your. You went on this whole tangent.
Tim the Tatman was talking about something. And then yeah. Sorry. Tim the Tatman was. Jesus Christ.
We don't even know where you got yet because you didn't say like the subject of the conversation yet.
What were we talking about? Multitasking. I'm really good at it, right?
Yeah, you're amazing, dude. It's insane.
So like, dude, you have to think like Twitch is not Twitch anymore. Twitch is Amazon now, and you really have to think of it that way. Like, don't stop the days of old for Twitch, those are out the fucking window. Like, you have to truly understand that Twitch is Amazon, and look at when you see the Twitch logo, just see a fucking Amazon logo there and just Bezo's dick instead, because that's really what it is. Like, that's his what dick. Yeah, it's, you know, an extension of his dick. I don't know, whatever. It's like that's what.
Remember that. If you see Amazon's logo, it's Jeff Bezos' dick.
But yeah, like, I mean, that's really where it at. Like, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. If right now, Amazon's primary goal is to make sure that Twitch is making money. And right now, Twitch is not making money. So they're going to do everything they can to make Twitch profitable because they're a business, which means they don't give a fuck about creators. They're going to put policies in place and like do anything and everything they can to just generate revenue.
Well, let me ask you this, because I've heard this from, I don't know who I heard it from. I heard it from someone that they're coming in making all these changes, cutting back because they're prepping for a sale. You think that might be likely? I've heard rumors that they've looked at selling Twitch away from Amazon, and I heard it's even a positive thing if they sell it for a loss.
I could see that.
They could write against the loss.
100%. I can definitely see that. I would say then that probably the majority of these policy changes are coming because they're on the request of like whoever's trying to absorb or purchase Twitch. So like they're just trying to get it like ahead of, like, maybe that's like a stipulation of the sale or the agreement or something along those lines, right? So that's like, it makes sense. That it wouldn't like shock me or surprise me or anything like that.
I mean, we don't really know.
No, we won't know until it happens. Probably, like, people will speculate and stuff like that. But them being purchased by another company is not going to change anything. If anything, it's just going to make it worse. Yeah, because any company that's buying them, that's not Elon. Google. That's not Elon, or like, then maybe it's possible, like, because then they won't care about money. Like it essentially be like Elon took over Twitter, not because he wanted to make money on there, but because he literally just like wanted to create a platform, or potentially create a platform of free speech in his eyes, blah blah blah, with uncensorship and fighting all that shit. Which, if that's going to be the case and something like that happens with Twitch, but I don't fucking see that happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, it's in a weird space. We'll see.
Yeah, and like they really, really don't give a shit. I don't think they care that much, that especially because like Ninja's kind of like plateaued pretty hard, and like I wouldn't say fall off, because I think he had like 6,000 or 7,000 viewers on Kick, but like that's nothing in comparison to the numbers he used to pull, and especially
the 100K used to have,
especially nothing in comparison to like all of his friends who are like 20K plus, right? And Ninja's like half that. On most platforms, right? And he has done a lot of things where his platforms or his community is dispersed into like a whole shitload of platforms now, but Twitch doesn't care that he's going to Kick, man. They don't give a shit, in my opinion.
I mean, they still have the market share, so why does it matter? Mm-hmm. Until like that tide shifts, I don't see anything really change. They could literally do whatever they want, and people are just like, okay.
And they did. Kick had like record signups this week. Like almost every day they're like breaking records
Yeah.
for.
But is it enough
for
you think?
creators signing up? Nah.
And even if they sign up, it doesn't mean they're staying there.
Yeah, because they probably won't. Like, because their community is not going to go there. I think it's few and far between that you're going to find a streamers community that's going to follow them to Kick. You know.
I mean, he barely could get his community to follow him to Mixer, so
Yeah. So.
No offense, but reality.
R.I.P. Mixer,
reality.
bro.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mixer.
So
Man. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what comes of all that. I don't. I mean, he did it that one time, and I was watching Tim while they were playing together, and he's like, "I just wanted to test the waters here, and kind of just." Fuck you, Doug. Left hand.
What the fuck is Buffalo?
Buffalo is this game that if you have to, okay, I learned it from Doug. You have to agree to play this game while you're drinking with your friends, okay? And everyone has to agree and be in agreement that everyone is playing this game, okay? It's called Buffalo. And you're drinking with your friends, and let's say I take a drink with my right hand, right? If somebody notices that's also playing the same game and they say Buffalo with your dominant hand, you have to be drinking with your dominant hand. Then if they catch you, you have to get on one knee and chug the rest of your drink and then go buy another drink. That's like the game of Buffalo.
Okay, so it's like the ice challenge type shit.
What? What's
like
that?
The Smirnoff ice thing where like you just surprise somebody with a Smirnoff ice and they have to chug it. It's very similar.
Yeah, but that's
anyways.
no, it's not. Like, because that's lame.
Okay. All right, my bad. Jesus Christ.
How fucking dare you compare those two games? Okay, not the same. But yeah, it's like it's just a drinking game. And
how does that work with liquor?
It happened. It doesn't matter if you drink. Then if you're drinking with your dominant hand and somebody calls Buffalo, you have to chug it and go get another drink. But like so many times there's been like instances where like I was drinking out of a straw. My hands weren't really. I don't remember if my hand was touching it or not. I don't know. But like I was like
you were just drinking out of a straw.
Like we were sitting at a table. And like, so I like
a sippy cup style.
Like I just like put my head down, like I didn't have my hands, and like drink it. Of course, Doug's gonna say my hand touched it, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. I just like leaned my head down and drank from the straw without touching it with my hands, and he buffaloed me, bro. And he's like,
no one does that.
And bro, what do you mean? Like, I did that.
So you were just like,
just
no
sitting there.
It's
like sitting right here in front of me, and I just like took a drink out of it. Like you never done that before. Like you always pick it up off the table and drink out of it. No.
I mean, unless I'm like hammered, yeah.
Nah. Ain't no way.
Bro. All right, dude.
Anyways, that's the game of Buffalo. And this last time we went to Memphis, for the St. Jude stuff, me and Doug are hanging out with a bunch of other people, and like he tries to buffalo me. He buffaloes me twice, and then but there were all weird scenarios where they were like unprecedented rules, bro. Like he basically was cheating the whole time, and so that's how many times sometimes he'll like just call me out on Twitter. Like I'll take a drink like in a Twitter video and he'll be like Buffalo, and then I'll like record myself chugging and send it to him. Like, but this one time that I don't want to do Buffalo while we're at a children's hospital event, you know, what
for
I mean?
charity.
And this is how he acts, bro. Like, it's actually ridiculous to be honest.
Maybe he's doing it for the children.
Yeah, for the kids, right? Yeah, we were at dinner. We were still there for a charity function. Okay, hey, you're distracting us. Okay, Doug. Jeez, dude, the audience like always just like thinks that they can just it's crazy.
I mean, we could paint that picture whatever light we could make him seem like he's just completely lying because we're on camera and he's not. That's how this works, right? We're on camera, so
we get to spin the truth. We get to
we define the story.
We get to tell it how we want. Yeah, this is my history. Yeah, winners tell history, bro, not losers.
Yeah,
Doug.
I guess that could lead us into the Nickmercs thing if we're gonna go into the deep end already.
Ready, bro.
All right, so ready? What do you know? What do you know? Because we don't really talk before these. I don't.
Yeah, we don't.
One, I don't really. I don't want to talk before these, so we don't have any points.
Yeah, no context.
And I have a feeling I may be a little bit against you, so I'm ready to see what you think.
Listen, I'm just fucking brother.
Well, let me hold on. Let's lay context. I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay. So like, go ahead
Everyone
and frame it
probably
up.
knows.
Frame it up.
Everyone probably knows, but just in case, there was a video of. I'm just gonna leave it very simple. Anti-LGBTQ, pro anti-LGBTQ. Sorry if I messed that up. They were at a school board meeting, and I guess both sides were fighting. Nickmercs responds, "Leave the kids alone." Something along that lines. It's not 100% accurate on what I'm saying. It's along those lines.
we can pull the tweet up if we want to.
Okay, yeah, do that just in case. It's probably smarter to do it that way. But I'll continue.
Yeah.
He tweets that out. Twitter explodes. Blog channels explode. Dextero explodes. And so now it's like Twitter's on fire right now from everyone and so forth. Everyone has an opinion. I don't think there really is a real opinion or a right or wrong. Okay, well, I take that back. There is a right or wrong. But some people are a little extreme over it.
I think it maybe got deleted. I think he deleted it. Which
He said he wasn't. He did say he wasn't going to delete it.
He said he wasn't gonna delete it.
I mean, as we know, news people are going to take out of context for clicks. So
I think he deleted it, bro. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it was I'm gonna pull it up.
yeah, I mean, like Mushroom said, he said leave the kids alone. Primarily, I think there was a little bit more extra in the tweet, but it's pretty much the same.
Oh, hang on. Fuck. That scene's busted. Hang on.
Yeah.
So what, bro? It's just bourbon. Okay. So this happened. This obviously it's Pride Month. Okay. So that's a big
Crazy month to do it on. I will admit that.
Well, that's why these protests and demonstrations were one of the large reasons why they were happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the original tweet: anti-LGBT protesters attacked pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of a Glendale, California school board meeting. And let me just preface all of this with like, Californians are fucking crazy. Anyways, let's just preface all that with that, just in general. I don't give a shit what your political standings are or social standings are or what. People from California are fucking crazy. So like, this doesn't surprise me that this was happening in California. I don't even give a shit what the topic is. You know what I mean? So Puckett retweets it. And then Nickmercs says they should, and let me just preface this again with like, Nickmercs is a new dad, bro. His kid's like weeks old. And he replies to Puckett's retweet and says, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue, right? And so Activision proceeds to pull his entire bundle out of the, number one, the internet blows the fuck up and blows this all out of proportion. It goes crazy. And so like social warriors are coming out of the closet and all this stuff and everyone's getting crazy. That was not supposed to be a pun, by the way. I'm just saying like they're coming out of the woodwork, like getting crazy about Nickmercs saying this, right? And Activision proceeds to pull his entire fucking bundle from the store. Now imagine for a minute, bro, that you're like, that a career streamer who you've been playing Call of Duty your entire life, almost, right? Virtually your entire life. You get your body scanned and they put you into a video game, and that gets ripped away from you like this because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because you type a tweet with 10 words in it. It's radical. Regardless of how you slice it, it's radical, and it's blown so far out of proportion. And people are labeling him as homophobe and bigot. And now he probably has this huge label on his back that is, oh, he's probably a Trump supporter, conservative, racist, homophobe. Like that's where we are at when you can tweet 10 words and this is the response that you receive. When in all intents and purposes, from what we do know, and we don't know Nickmercs, he's been a fucking stand-up guy in the community for years and years and years, over a decade, dude. Like a staple of streaming, right, and the community. And like now, because of 10 words, everything is he's blown into disarray, and it's just it's crazy, it's radical. I don't give a shit if you're talking about like, you know, if you're a human rights activist and you're talking about that. I don't care if you're a religious activist, you're talking about that. Whatever your virtues are and whatever you stand for should never be taken to that point. It's too much, bro. We are at a point, we're at a tipping point where it's too much. And the internet fucking sounded off, and to my surprise, in amazing support. People I never thought would be coming to Nickmercs support. Tim the Tatman came out and supported his friend. Tim the Tatman has to take his bundle out of the store too. And they did it.
Which did.
They did it. And it's bonkers to me, bro, that something that's unprecedented in COD. Call of Duty has never had creator skins. We probably will never see creator skins or creator bundles ever again in Call of Duty because of all this stuff.
Yeah, just because of this one thing.
Like, they made history and erased it all over 10 words because of 10 words, and completely they just took a microscope to it, didn't take into account like that he's a brand new dad, bro. And like that changes your entire scope on life when you become a father or when you become a parent. And like, that's very raw for him. And like, yeah, could he have had more tact with his tweet? For sure. But there should never, ever in the history of human beings be anything wrong with saying, just leave our kids out of it, man. Like, do whatever you want, be who you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody or whatever. Like, as long as you're not a piece of shit and you're not hurting anybody and you're just living your life in your lane, go for it. There's nothing wrong with saying like, leave my kids out of it, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's crazy because I feel like they did it so quick. Like, he said it and it was very vague, and you really could take it any way you want if you argue it hard enough. Because it was so vague, you could pick either side of the spectrum and it would fit. And I just feel like it's a little weird because if it's not like he said that, someone responded, and then he doubled down on it. He literally just said that, and then on stream defended it very vague. Like, he kept it very vague the whole time, which is what's very weird about it. And Activision was probably just saving face because of the uproar on Twitter.
That's really what it was. It was a knee-jerk reaction to the social warriors that they saw on Twitter. They probably just happened to scroll their Twitter feed and see, like, let's say, for example, they happened to scroll at some other point, and like, what if Tim the Tatman was the first person that responded or something, and that's the first tweet that was in their timeline? Do you think they would have had a different fucking perspective on it? Maybe they just like literally scrolled Twitter for 5 minutes and saw X reaction and had a knee-jerk reaction to that. But like, what if they would have seen the majority of people having Y reaction? Well, do you think they would have done anything? No, because it's not based on their company values and company principles. You know how many sexual assaults happen at that company, bro? It's crazy. It's like over 500, bro. Activision, like, and all that. It's ridiculous. They can't try and sit here and say they're on some moral high ground or moral high. Like, that's a fucking ridiculous take. Like, they have no company values, but they want to make money, and that's all they were doing with this, was like just pandering to what they thought that was the majority of the social justice warriors on the internet, and that's all they did. And like, it's getting ridiculous, bro. I mean, like I said, I could rant about this for fucking ever, bro. And like, I'm gonna touch this little, like, even I was pissed off.
I mean, I want to hear it. I want to hear it,
bro. This morning on YouTube, like, I found out that YouTube was just like banning a bunch of they banned, well, from both sides of like the political spectrum. They banned some, definitely not nearly as many, but they banned like they banned 2 or 3 like liberal like podcast people, and they banned like pretty much the entire Daily Wire people are banned from YouTube for like a week. Some people longer. Like Candace Owens is banned for like a month, and it's like because they were sharing their beliefs and their stance. Like they weren't. I listened to a lot of it, like, because like I told you, I have so much fucking free time now, and I'm just listening. I'm to both sides. I'm not like I listen to I consume everything and then make my own educated decision, like based on what I like, you know, consume. But like, to me, that's straight fucking censorship by YouTube, bro. Like, people should be able to voice their opinions, as long as it's not bigoted hate speech, like literally directly targeting one group or demographic. It's just what you should be able to share whether it's political, religious, or otherwise. You should be able to utilize your platform in whichever way you choose. Excuse me. Miller Lite's coming up, you know what I mean? if like however you choose, as long as you are not like inspiring hate and inspiring like fucking mass riots and like and shit like that, you should be able to articulate your point of view in an educated manner and in an educated and civilized manner, regardless of what the take is, even if I don't fucking agree with it, bro. Like, I'm not afraid to give my stance on this, bro. I don't think that children should be any type of sex education, doesn't matter what it is, should occur prior to 8th grade. Period. End of story. Whether that's you know, teaching about trans and gay LGBTQ plus individuals, whether that's trying to educate, save that for sex education talks after 8th grade. Like, that's my stance on that, because I truly believe in like allowing children to be children for as long as you possibly can, because that innocence only lasts for so long. And like, it's not about like trying to hide my children from that. It's about, I want to make sure that I'm the one articulating the belief and the core values that I have, where everyone should be accepted and included and make their way in life like anybody else. That's very important to me. But I want to be the one that educates my kid on that, because I don't even fucking trust these parents to teach kids like math. Like, listen, I love my oldest daughter, but like sometimes like like simple shit, like just like basic math or basic, even, bro, this shit irks me, bro. Like basic history shit, basic United States history. She can't fucking tell me any form of like basic history stuff. So if I'm supposed to sit here and trust, you know, if I can't even trust these teachers to do their primary job, which is teach them basic fucking academics, like, why would I trust them to teach my kids how to be good human beings, bro? No fucking shot. I'm not gonna do it. Like, save it for sex education classes and curriculum after 8th grade. That's what I think. And I think all Nickmercs was trying to articulate. But like, it was Twitter. It's 10 words. And who knows? You can't read into it. Like you said, you can interpret it. You can interpret it whichever way you want to. But for that type of reaction to come from 10 words on Twitter blows my fucking mind.
Yeah. I think that's where we may have a little disagreement, is like what age, is because I think I started learning sex ed 6th grade. Yeah. But it may not have been like super detailed. So there's like, I feel like there's different levels of it. Yeah.
Even 6th grade, I think honestly, I could bend to that and be like, yeah, 6th grade's fine.
And that's,
I also think go ahead.
From what I remember, I think it was pretty basic stuff. Like, guys have this, girls have this. Obviously, we're in a different time now, so it's a little bit trickier. That
curriculum should shift, and I agree with that. Like,
I think we're also in a different time of some people probably don't realize this. I think we're in an era that's going to be in the next history books. So that's where it's, because I feel like we're in such a huge shift. Like,
that's a whole other rant we could talk about. Just
I mean,
like, I can go on about history books for fucking an hour at least. But yeah, go ahead.
Right, because like when I was in, I can't remember the grade, but gay marriage was starting to come into our curriculum, like getting taught about it.
Yeah.
I think it was towards my end of high school. So I feel like with the transgender and all that, that's going to be in the next generation or maybe even this upcoming generation's textbook. So it's weird because we are rewriting history. So we're also a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
And
that's
it's just weird because my generation, at least, this is the first time we're like going through such a huge shift. I'm 26.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're absolutely right.
We really haven't had wars. Like now we got the Ukraine war. We got the transgender and all these other rights and all that. So it's a different time for sure.
Weird time right now, man.
It's different.
And like, listen, like you bring up a fucking fantastic point, bro. Like there has been so much progress made on the civil rights front for all human beings just since I've been alive, bro. Like
Right.
when you think like for you to mention that you were learning about gay rights and like, you know, that kind of stuff in school. I didn't learn that at school, but
Right.
I'm what are we 10 years apart? How old are you?
I'm 26.
So we're 7 years apart. That's small. That's so small. So we're 7 years apart, and you learned about that in school, and I didn't. So think about progress in that. And I think one of the biggest issues is like people think that this progress isn't happening fast enough. People think or expect it to happen so quickly and overnight. And like when it's like instant gratification shit. Like with culture, just in general, they want progress now. But like that's a good example of we've had progress just in our lifetime and we're young still. Like, and no fucking jokes from chat, by the way, about me being young. But like truly, I was in the military when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was fucking repealed. Like, think about that, bro. Think about how monumentous that was. I remember when we had like the conference or whatever with our officer in charge or our CO, our commanding officer, and he like explained what was happening, and like there were gay people that were serving with me that were together that most of the time in the military prior to Don't Ask, Don't Tell being repealed, the military and the government didn't acknowledge them as like a married couple. They didn't acknowledge them as a couple. So they didn't like all of the protections and like privileges that married service members get. They weren't getting any of those. They would literally move gay couples all across the country and they wouldn't geolocate them together because they didn't recognize them as a married couple. They didn't recognize that union.
Right.
And literally just in our lifetime, that was recognized. That's a big deal, bro. And I think, Greg, thank you for your prime, bro. I think that's lost on people and they forget about how much progress has happened. There was a fucking pride flag flying from the White House this week, bro. Like,
and that alone caused like a whole nother explode on Twitter.
And again, and like that's going, and we can talk about this in a second too. That's going way more into, I tweeted about this. It's like, we always hear so much more from the radicals from both sides of any topic, whether that's politics, civil rights, or whatever. You all like the most radical people, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Like that's the old expression. And the loudest people from both sides of any argument are always the loudest. And then you always have like regulated, normal fucking people more towards the middle of the spectrum that are able to actually like, you know, see both sides of it and navigate it appropriately and like, and all that. But that's a whole different fucking topic. Like just, I think at its core from all this shit, like it's, people want all this progress and they want it now and they want it to happen. They want every human being in the United States of America to accept everyone. That's not a realistic expectation, bro. We got to take what we can get slowly over time. And all we can do is each individual human being, where if you can look yourself in the fucking mirror and say, I'm a good human. I love people for who they are. I like no matter what, as long as they're not shitty human beings hurting people, I love those people. And when you reproduce, you teach your fucking kids the same values. That's how progress gets made, bro. And that's how progress is being made. It's happening. It's just not happening fast enough for people. The monumentous changes that have already happened, not only for LGBTQ plus community, but for black people, for Hispanics like me, bro.
That's
When
what
I was being like, and listen, I'm not. That's a whole nother topic we can talk about. No one really gives a shit about the Mexican struggle, to be honest, bro. It's like that's just like lost and like we kind of like glossed over like Mexican Americans and Asian Americans like kind of got glossed over like from this like the rights movement. Like it was race and now it's like gender equality. Like we skipped over a whole shitload of like we forgot about all that. You know what I mean? But
well, yeah, I wasn't even gonna dive on that, but I was like,
Yeah.
if you really look at it, we're still not even like not certain areas. We're still not completely over racism,
dude, yeah.
So like, it's been how long now?
Yeah, but it's but progress, right? Like that's
yeah.
literally that's all we can hope for. That's all we can expect is progress, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it with Don't Ask, Don't Tell being repealed. We're seeing it with same-sex marriage or gay marriage or whatever. The like doesn't matter anymore in a lot of places. Like yes, there will always be some places that that are slower to progress than others, but a lot of times you have to understand that that's fueled by like a political agenda and like be able to identify that it's not the fucking people that are there, man. It's the politics of that specific place, bro. Like, and that's why a lot of times, man, like when my friends go on these tangents about Texas and Texas is the fucking worst place. Like women are basically fucking slaves in Texas. I'm like, bro, like, yes, but like that's also it's a like part of that's a political agenda. And like be able to identify that.
People
don't
the people in the middle get lost.
Don't associate the vast majority of people that live here that like with, oh well, if you live in Texas, you must hate women. Like a lot of people think that way. And not just on that topic, but like a lot of different topics. Like learn how to identify the politics of it and separate it from the issue, bro.
Yeah. You've kind of already glossed over. Was it like the strong? I guess you could say radical. It's a weird
radical
term for
from
me
both sides.
The radical.
Why is that weird?
Blinds the
Wait,
people.
why is that weird for you to use?
I just don't really use. I'm not like a political person.
Yeah,
So
well, like,
really,
but that's the thing is like, and that will hit. Like, we can fucking expound on that a little bit as well. Like you saying that radical, just saying the word radical, bro. Like that's literally that's. Why is that a political word to you? That's because that's the fucking culture that we exist in now. Like you just
sounds
saying,
it sounds extreme.
You saying the word like as soon you like it's almost taboo in your brain to even say that word, right?
I think it's the first time I've ever used it in like politics.
Yeah, because like it's scary. It's a scary word. We can't call somebody radical, but we can't say that.
Right.
Like,
but yeah, it blinds the people in the middle. Like,
yeah,
I'll say, like, I love guns. I have guns. I'm cool with that. But also am okay with gay marriage, trans rights, and all that. So I'm kind of like on both sides.
Yep.
And so both of these are blinding everybody. Like you're either this or this. Like it's football.
Yep.
Like,
and I honestly,
it's not that simple anymore.
I don't know for sure, and we'll never know because it doesn't fit the political agenda of the country. But I would venture to guess that there's probably way more people just like us who like are forward thinking, but like we also want we're forward thinking in certain aspects, but we also want to protect some of our liberties and some of our freedoms at the same time, right? So like we want to try and figure out how to walk that line. There's probably a lot of fucking people just like us, and like, but we'll never know. We'll never fucking know. We'll never have that data because that data doesn't support anybody's political agenda,
and it doesn't get clicks. So
it's not radical. It's not radical enough. You know what I mean? This fucking podcast probably won't get any fucking clicks because like it's not radical. It's not crazy. Like we're not saying anything bizarre or like we're not fucking taking one side or the other and saying some off the wall shit that gets people mad and gets people all riled up. Like we're just being normal fucking humans, and people don't fucking like that shit. People don't want to see that shit. You know what I mean?
It's weird because it's like they treat it like sports teams. It's like you have to be one or the other, and it's just the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
it's not. I don't feel like it's that easy anymore.
No, it's not. It's not that black and white. It's not binary, bro. Like
because on paper, like I'm basically white. I have a mixed family, black family. I have white family. I'm partially Mexican, but I live in South Carolina and I look white. So you would think I would come from one specific type of way, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
Like I'm very different from a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
And so it's just not that easy or simple.
Yeah. And I'd venture to guess it's like I said, it's like that for a lot of Americans. A lot of humans just in general, bro. Like So it truly is my family for sure. Very similar. Like my parents split up when I was like 1 year old. My mom met fucking my stepdad. He's a white dude. I was raised by a white guy.
Right.
So like I have a lot of that culture like, but at the same time though, like he is technically not, but like his mom was like Native American and like German, and then like his dad came, like my grandpa came from Czechoslovakia, and like during World War II, like he fought in the Civil War in Czechoslovakia and then fled here. So like he's not from here, bro. Like,
right.
Like my dad's white as shit, but he didn't have no fucking slaves. Like, you know, it's like it's like, and then like
right.
I don't know, it's just a whole melting pot of, like I have a little brother, he's my stepbrother. He's half Mexican, half white. I got an older brother, he's all white. I got a half sister, white and Mexican. Like it's like and then you like it's just such a mix of cultures and identities, and it's like not all one.
We're
thing
too
anymore.
complex to be one or the other.
Way too, yeah.
And humans are hypocrites, which people don't like to admit.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I could like something today and hate it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's normal,
and
though.
That makes me a hypocrite. But that's
normal.
That's
it should be okay. It should be okay to like be able to have values now, especially like, bro. Listen.
Like I used to love cottage cheese when I was young. I hate it now. Is big cottage cheese gonna come after me because of it now? Like it's just,
I'll get a little crazier than that, bro. Like the shit that I used to say in Xbox lobbies when I was like a teenager,
100%.
Bro, canceled. Like, but
yeah,
it's just like you grow up, bro. You learn how
shout out to Big Dairy.
Shout out to Big. You change, bro. Like you change. You learn compassion, and you grow as a human being, and you change stances and ideals about things, and that's part of this process, bro. So like to crucify somebody, when you crucify Nickmercs because he just had a kid and he gets on Twitter and says leave our kids alone, well the dude just had his baby. Like what? Isn't that the stance you expect a new dad to take, bro? Like there's nothing more primal than having your first kid and finally feeling that like level of like protection or responsibility for another human being. You can't replicate that, bro. Like that, it's so primal and part of our DNA. Like as soon as you look into that baby's eyes and you're like, oh fuck, like this baby is my responsibility. Like I am the sole person that is responsible for this child, you know, besides the mother, obviously. But like when you're a man, like it's different, bro. Like you're the, not only do you have to take care of her mom, but now you have to take care of this baby and this human being that grows into now this 14-year-old asshole that I have here. Like it's like crazy, bro. And like they don't take that into account, man. They don't take it into account.
And this is hypothetical, but I think there's a compassion issue because we're all on screens and computers now. So it's easy to write people off as just a username and some text on a screen. But like, let's say he was radical. I'm gonna use the word again, radical left or radical right. Why would it be okay if he was one of those? It's even if he was extreme on one side or the other, I still feel like it should be okay. I know people that are like
they're not hurting people,
completely against me. And I'm just like, all right, we just don't see the same, but it's fine.
Yes.
I guess it's just the internet, which is a whole nother
it's
wormhole.
It's this idea that like if somebody doesn't believe the way you believe, like you have to hate them.
Right.
That's just not the case, bro. Like it's not the case. Like I don't care. Like if there's anybody that like is opposed, like for religious reasons, maybe like there's Christians and Catholics that it's not. They truly believe that they're going to hell, damned to hell, to burn in fucking flames for the rest of eternity because that's not allowed in their religion, right? It's not a part of their religion. Why can we not be okay with them believing that way? They're not like hurting gay people. They're not injecting themselves into other people's lives or gay people's lives and trying to hurt anybody. They just want to live their life the way and practice their religion and their values the way they want to. They're not hurting anybody. They're just living their life with their family, taking care of what they got to take care of, and they're not hurting anyone or whatever. Like regardless of how I feel about their views, me disagreeing with them doesn't mean I automatically hate that person. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody does in their life or their personal time, as long as you are not hurting people, especially kids, bro. Like, that's it.
Yeah, we just kind of dropped the dick on the table on that conversation.
I told you, bro. Grant was like, "Oh, do we want to talk about the Nickmercs thing?" And I was like, "Bro, I will fucking go off."
I mean, I was ready to go in if you were ready to go in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like we're probably like a majority of the people probably watching. So. Okay, you heard that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a tough topic anymore to talk about anything like, but I feel like fuck it. Like sometimes shit needs to be discussed.
Yeah.
And like, actually, you know what?
And even if people don't agree with us,
shit needs to be discussed, bro. Like, yeah.
Even if people don't agree with us listening now, it's like that's fine.
That's
I
okay.
totally get it.
Yep.
And I don't hate you. I still treat you the exact same.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. I don't care what anyone does with their personal life as long as they're not hurting people, bro. Leave people alone. Let them do whatever the fuck they want to do and live their life, man. Like,
that's supposed to be the perk of America.
Yeah. Be a good contributing member to society. Like, don't be a shithead. Like, and fucking just live your life, man. And stop fucking worrying about what everyone else is doing, man. Get off Twitter, bro. Get off TikTok. Like,
honestly, it's felt good. I've barely been on Twitter. Like, I've done it I'll go on Twitter and search for things that I'm specifically looking for, DMs, and then maybe like a couple times a day just to actually scroll.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've been like, let me just stay away as much as I can. And the thing is, once you shut it off, it's a completely different thing. Like it's completely gone. You go talk to people or you go out in the real world, it's like, all right, no one's talking about any of this. No one knows about any of this.
And no one will. You're not going to go to fucking...
no one cares.
You're not going to walk into fucking Arby's and everyone's just sitting there fucking arguing with each other, bro.
Did you hear about Nickmercs?
Yeah. No, that doesn't happen, bro. That happens behind closed doors where it fucking should happen. Like, you're not going to go like stand in the HEB like checkout line and people are sitting there yelling at each other across the store like, oh, fuck you. You said you agree with Nickmercs? Fuck you. Like, let's meet me in the parking lot. That's not happening, bro. It's only happening on fucking Twitter and on the internet. It's not happening in real life, man. It's crazy.
I mean, is Twitter or is social media like, I guess it is behind closed doors conversations.
Double-edged sword.
Just at your fingertips.
It's a double-edged sword, man. Like, I think it's incredibly important for us to have social media, especially if you utilize it the right way. And I think Twitter is one of the very few apps where you can truly see only what you want to see if you use Twitter the right way. Like, get the fuck off the For You page, number one. Just don't fucking use it.
Okay, let's calm down.
I still use it.
Nah,
fuck that. Fuck the For You page, bro. Just don't use it. And like when you're scrolling your timeline, your news feed, your feed, that people that you fucking follow, and you see some shit that you don't like, guess what, bro? You can fucking unfollow that person or block that person, and then you never have to see that shit again. So if something makes you that mad, just fucking unfollow or block it, bro.
But it is also a double-edged. It is a double-edged sword on that because you're seeing what you want to see, but you're also seeing what you don't want to see because the things you don't want to see, you're reading the comments. You're either finding the people you're trying to disagree with, or you're finding the people that you agree with. And
only if you're on the For You page.
Yeah, but Twitter doesn't know the difference. They just know you're engaged on this type of content.
Yeah, so get the fuck off the For You page.
Getting both.
Yeah, get off the For You page. And then
listen, I find a lot of new people.
Which, yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, I think if you're able to be open minded and like not be just mad at the fucking internet, great. But if you find yourself like every time I open Twitter, I'm mad as shit, then fix it, bro. It's your timeline. You follow who you want to follow on social medias, you know. So,
I mean, yeah. Well, people argue about anything these days, like not getting kick subscribers, which we talked about last week from Drake. So
good. People argue about anything, man. It's like everything's crazy now. It's like this is why
people are arguing about the kick hourly pay, which we don't know if it's real.
It's not real, bro.
Even Kick can say it, but until it actually happens. But it's like that's something positive that's never been done in streaming.
I think that's probably something that's like they're putting it on the radar as some like a possibility. They're just looking for sustainabilities for small and mid-tier streamers, bro.
I mean, you still have to meet requirements to get it. allegedly.
Yeah, of
This
course.
is
I
all
mean, it's
alleged.
basically to be partnership eligibility type shit, and
Yeah.
and they're just looking for sustainability. I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's gonna be an hourly rate. That doesn't sound feasible or profitable, but nothing about Kick does. So who the fuck knows anymore? You know?
I mean, it's probably just like ad revenue, just in other terms.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy, man. Like, and then fuck, dude, that's like, then there's gonna be people that are, oh wow, that person got partnered on Kick. They're getting hourly rate. Why? Well, they worked harder than you, bro. They've been grinding. How you don't know that? You don't know if they've grinded for 5 or 6 years, man. It's like, it's crazy that like I'm gonna segue this into like another topic that I wanted to talk to you about. Actually, is fucking at this new job. I've never. It's I don't know if it's because like we were talking about earlier, like I'm just getting older, bro. I feel like kind of like a dinosaur now sometimes. But like I'm like an older guy now in this office. Like I'm in my 30s. Like most of these guys are like in their mid 20s.
Uncle Fab.
Yeah, I'm like but like it like is it's and don't get me wrong, the team's great, but it's like no one's really trying that hard. Like no one's like going above and beyond and working really hard. Like
Wow.
like so it's just like that's how
You're
it
just
is.
calling
Now.
your coworkers
So
mid.
I'm just like, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, fuck it. If you're in here, sorry. But like, I go to work and I bust my ass and I'm like done with all my work in like 2 hours. And I'm like, well, what do we do now? And they're like, well, why'd you finish so early? And I was
They're like, hey, fucker, why are you doing this so quick?
yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm done. Like, what else? And they're like, well, we're just kind of fucking watching Game Pass today. Like, it's just like, there's this like culture of where, and I don't know if it's specific to this company, but I doubt it. It's probably just across the board now. Like people are just not trying that hard in their jobs anymore, or like it's actually kind of seen as like you're like a dork. Like if you work hard, it's like a bad stigma. It's like a bad thing if you work hard, and
It's
that's
like how gaming used to be a nerd because it was lazy.
Yeah,
and nerdy. It's now like working hard is nerdy and lazy.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. And it's like,
it's definitely generational because even my generation, I would like to think I'm one of the.
Are you trying to say I'm in a
like
different generation than you?
100%, dude.
Crazy,
you're like,
bro.
you're a boomer at minimum.
That's fucking wild, bro.
A lot of people my age are like, and I'm not gonna lie, I could be entitled too, but a lot of them are entitled and lazy at the same time.
Yeah.
And like they don't want to work. It's just like, I should have this. I should get paid this. Blah 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 blah. And it's not everyone, but it's definitely different from like even seeing my parents work.
Dude, yeah, like yes, like my time in the military, like we were like, bro, we didn't have to work that hard, but like when we fucking worked hard, we worked hard. Like when I started at Best Buy, like everyone was trying really hard to like do their best and get promoted. Like most everybody who actually wanted to like do, like obviously the high school kids didn't give a fuck. They were there for a paycheck, but like anyone who was there for like trying to get promoted and trying to move up in the company and things like that, like everyone was trying really hard and working hard. And like, so I don't have like a whole fuckload of experience in the workforce, but my time, like, I mean, 12 years combined between the Coast Guard and Best Buy, like people tried hard at their job because they wanted to be good at their job and they wanted to like promote and make make more money. Right. And I think like that's kind of lost now. And I'm seeing that in this new job. It's like I honestly feel like there's people that probably are talking shit behind my back because I'm trying hard at my job because I want to be good at it and I want to fucking promote. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that's happening.
I mean, I can only speak on what I know. So like I've been in the car space my whole working career, and there's just people like around my age, and they look at it like you have someone who like changes oil, and then you have someone who like actually is like a tech that fixes cars. There's like a difference.
Yeah.
They think they should be upgraded to a technician versus like an oil changer,
right,
before they even like put themselves out there. Where like someone like me, I got paid as an oil changer, and then
you were already doing the work.
I was repairing cars because I was like, let me show them what I can do, and then they want to do it. But they're like, no, they need to pay me what that job is.
1,000%. 1,000%. That's exactly it. And
That's my experience.
Well, like, you know, when I was managing people at Best Buy, people were like, "Well, I want to be a supervisor." I'm like, "Well, do fucking supervisor work then, bro.
Right.
Be a leader. Do coachings. Like, make sure that make sure your floor is covered. Like, make sure your workspaces are clean. Like, direct your team. Be a supervisor before you're getting paid for it. Then when it's time for a promotion, like, we already know you can do the work. It's an easy, like, make it easy.
I mean, and then you have the experience to, like, if they don't want to, you have to be like, well, I already did all this and I can back myself. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then you could, like, and I think that's a piece that's missing from, like, this new workspace that I'm in. Like, nobody wants to do anything outside of their scope of work because, like, they're not getting paid for it. That's exactly right. It's crazy.
I mean, the ones who are doing it, you're kind of giving them a fast track to move up. So
yeah, well, I think that's all.
mauled.
That's how I'm taking it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you guys are just gonna make this easy for me, bro. Like,
right.
I thought I was gonna have to try really hard. I'm not. This is gonna be way easier than I thought because you guys are making it easy. There's no competition.
I mean, it's the same in content too. If we're going to compare it to like this, it's
Well,
go.
so I think the only reason why it's different in content is because it's still like 80% luck, bro. Like, you have to get so lucky.
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely believe there's luck involved.
Luck and timing are so important in content creation. Like that, the parallels are not really there. It doesn't sometimes, even if you're the greatest content creator and you work harder than everybody else, you just don't make it. You know, so like,
Yeah, so you have to be good in content. I feel like good enough to where if you get the chance of the luck that we're talking about, you have to be good enough to where, oh, okay, here's my shot, and then you have to take it. So you still need the luck, but you also need the skill for when that luck, I guess, chance comes around.
Yep, the time.
Because if you get the chance and then the luck comes and you just blow it, then it's over for you.
Yep, 1000%.
So yeah, this type of stuff, there's definitely luck involved.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's probably even people who have the skill and just never got the luck.
yeah, no, I've seen it. I've seen incredible streamers fall off the wayside. They were very good, but their timing was off, or they didn't get lucky. They didn't, you know, and they've fallen off the wayside. Like, they don't exist anymore. They're gone. That's happened. I've seen a lot of that happen a handful of times to creators.
Yeah.
You know, good creators.
And a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, a lot of shitty creators make it. Yeah, I mean, luck and timing, bro. Yeah.
Yep.
So
I don't know how we got there, but we did because I feel like we're all over the place. I feel like we did good though.
I think this was a fucking really solid fucking session. I think it's a good wrapping up point, bro. You know what I mean? I thought it was awesome. This was like the most engaged I've been in any of our casts. Like, this was like,
oh yeah.
This flowed naturally from it. I think we got one more of these under our belt next week, and we're fucking ready to rock.
Maybe
bro.
some guests, huh?
Yeah, have a guest after next week. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm with it, bro. You guys want to be on the podcast chat?
Any creators or any chat members?
Anybody, yeah. I think, like, because what's cool about this feature is, like, anybody who's actually, like, you know, once we're better at this, we can start fucking actually reading chat and doing this at the same time, and I don't have to focus on Grant's nose the entire fucking time.
All right, dude, it's not even that fucking. You're just gonna give them more fuel against me.
Like, if you guys are bringing
the A ball up this nose.
So, like, So obviously we can obviously we'll schedule stuff with streamers, but like anytime that it's just me and Grant, or like if somebody's bringing up some great points in chat, like I can just literally invite you into this session and pull you into like the other page. So yeah, good session, bro. Wrap it up.
Well, we still got some clips, you know.
Oh, true. Fuck, I forgot. Maybe we can save those for next week, because I probably just like ejected half the fucking chat by signing off like that.
All right, can I play one?
Okay.
At least give me one.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on.
This we'll do one, because I feel like this is such a lot. All right, let me find I'm sending to your second account, right?
Yeah.
Where the hell are you? Let me give.
I guess we just fucking do. Honestly, bro, these are gonna be so fucking weird, bro. Grant literally opened up the podcast today with like, "I hope you're ready to cringe, bro." Like, these are gonna be so bad, chat. These are gonna be so fucking bad.
All right, hold on. Before you click it, don't even click it yet. Give us 2 seconds. All right, pull up the picture I sent you first.
The picture?
I sent you a picture. Oh, I put it in. Oh, I got it. Hold on.
Don't worry, chat. Grant's new here, bro. Bro, how did I not see this Thomas Shelby Minecraft fucking skin? God, that would have been so good. What the fuck?
All right, so pull up that picture.
Why? It's small.
Just do it. It's all right. It's context.
Really?
Just pull it up.
It's up, bro.
Okay, so that is very small.
Bro.
That is Norm Somerton. All right.
Okay.
He was a former
Yo, why does he look like a Norm though? Like
he was a former mortgage broker, all right? And
Okay.
then he turned into a content creator.
okay.
So
Okay.
Pull up the video.
Yo, there's no way, bro.
Just pull up
There's
the video.
no way, bro.
Got things to do today,
Bro,
so
what?
can't sit around all day sitting in
It's
his
on
tit
YouTube. It's
cups.
safe.
Brother. What?
Just play the.
Bro, hang on. Let's dive. Miss Talon's cuckold property, bro. Bro, look at his tits. What the fuck am I looking? Bro.
All right, hold on.
What?
So let's break it down. He was a mortgage broker,
Oh.
turned content creator. I think he has a mistress or like a dominatrix or something that like I think asked. I don't know if she asked him for the videos, but she basically belittles him for his entertainment.
Bro, what?
And so he makes these videos. We don't really have full context of why,
Okay.
but he called himself a pig. So I think we should just play the video
Holy fuck. Okay.
and then we'll break it down more.
So here we go. There's one tit cup off.
He has nail polish.
And there's the other one. Oh, look at these titties, eh? Look at these titties. Jiggling titties, eh? Yes, eh? I love my titties. Yes, I do. Oh, baby, baby, baby. What a pig Norm Somerton is. I am a pig.
What a pig.
Brother, what the fuck?
Pig with tits. Got things to do today, so can't sit around.
So that's Norm and his big old fat pig tits.
I'm so banned, bro.
No, dude, you're fine. It was on YouTube. It's safe.
Oh my god, I'm totally banned, bro.
But yeah, I mean, let's break that down.
Holy fuck. Listen, can you imagine if just one day you're like scrolling YouTube and you see that and you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? And you watch it for like 3 or 4 seconds, right? And then you're like, yo, that's Norm.
Dude.
Honey, the real estate agents on YouTube, the mortgage brokers on YouTube.
See, I think my 30-year loan's still through that guy.
What the fuck, bro?
Oh, man.
That's
So-
can you imagine, bro?
It's probably safe to say there's something wrong with him. Besides being a legend content creator.
Bro, I'll be honest. I think like sometimes like you get to a certain point in life and you're just like, fuck it, bro.
You
know
just
what I
want
mean?
some fat old tits. Fat old pig
yeah,
tits.
I really think that like sometimes you get to a point and like you just get beat up by life so much that you're just like, I'll just fucking do anything. I don't give a fuck. And that's how you end up with glass cups on your titties and a
Did
fucking
you hear the
choker.
suction on the second
And,
one?
bro, he had to like put his finger and create like a space in there so it would come off. And I'm like, yeah, that can't be, you know, I bet you there's a lot of people like that, bro. A lot of people like that. And at least he's at least he's making money off it, you know?
I will say I am jealous of how comfortable he is. Like, I don't think he's like so comfortable with himself that he got tattoos on his forehead, cuckold on his chest.
No, I
He's
don't
got
think
some
that.
fat
I don't,
old
I don't
pig
think it
tits.
has anything to do with being comfortable with yourself. I really just think it's like,
Well, maybe we'll agree to disagree there.
yeah, because I honestly think he's just like he's beat down so far into like not giving 2 fucks. I don't think it's like he's comfortable. I think he just doesn't fucking care. And
I
like,
mean, it's kind of the
kudos.
same thing.
Maybe I guess it kind of does fall in the same vein, but like, how do you go from this guy? I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's so funny, but all right.
I mean, yeah.
It's a good
Norm and
stopping
his
point.
fat old pig tits is probably a good spot to
Yo,
end it, you
fucking
think?
shout out to Norm, bro. Nice pig tits, my boy. All right. That is the end of Untitled podcast. We're probably gonna rename it or something. I don't know. We're gonna figure it
We
all
don't
out.
know.
We literally
not
don't
talk
know.
about it.
Yeah.
Freaking.
Let's not talk about it. Yeah. But I mean, we'll be here again next week. I thought we were gonna do it every Tuesday, but based on my wife's schedule, that might adjust. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I would like to do every Tuesday. That just feels like it makes sense, but we might shift it each week. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, appreciate you joining me, Grant. That was dope.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna go grind some Diablo.
Yeah, samesies.
See you later.
All right, G. Next week.
Later.